The Turkish people are annoyed and disappointed by the lax regulation of building standards, which has resulted in many buildings collapsing due to the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. The BBC was able to verify several examples of buildings that were recently erected but collapsed in the disaster. A building in the city of Malatya, Turkey, just finished construction last year. Screenshots circulating on social media show an advertisement for the building that says it is completely constructed in accordance with the latest earthquake regulations. The text under the advertisement stated that all materials used and workmanship for the building were of high quality. Even so, a video shows the building collapsing from below when the earthquake occurred. The advertisement also disappeared in an instant, but a number of residents have uploaded photos and videos of the advertisement on social media. Several forms of promotion with a similar design can be found on the website of the building owner's company. In addition, there is also an apartment located in the port city of Iskenderun, Turkey, where half of the building was destroyed by the earthquake. The construction company that built the apartment complex posted a photo of the building when it was completed in 2019. We found a video of the opening of the residential building from November 2019, in which the owner of the construction company that built it says the Gaklubo City project has special features compared to other apartments in terms of location and quality of construction, even though the earthquake that occurred on Monday 6/2 was considered quite strong. According to experts, a building that was built properly should be able to stand upright. The maximum intensity for this earthquake is strong, but not necessarily enough to bring down a well-built building, said David Alexander, professor of emergency planning and management at University College London. In most places, the level of shaking was not up to the maximum level, so we can conclude from the thousands of buildings that collapsed, almost all of them were not built according to the applicable earthquake construction standards. Failure to implement development regulations. Construction policies in Turkey have been tightened since several natural disasters, particularly in 2018. Stronger safety standards were also implemented after the 1999 earthquake around the city of Izmir in northwestern Turkey, which killed 17,000 people. Recent regulations require structures in earthquake-prone areas to use high-grade concrete reinforced with the addition of steel bars. Columns and beams must also be erected in order to effectively absorb the intensity of earthquake shocks. However, these laws are not well enforced. Part of the problem is that there is very little retrofitting, but enforcement of building standards in new buildings is also very weak, says Professor Alexander. Why is enforcement of building standards so weak in Turkey? The Turkish government issues periodic construction amnesties, effective legal exemptions for payment of fees for structures built without a safety certificate. Construction amnesties have been in effect since the 1960s, with the most recent being published in 2018. Critics have long warned the government that such amnesties risk catastrophe in the event of a major earthquake. In fact, as many as 75,000 buildings located along the earthquake zone in southern Turkey have been granted a construction amnesty. This was stated by Pelin Pinajaritlioglu, the head of the Union of Turkish Chambers of Engineers and Istanbul Chamber of Architects of Urban Planners. Days before the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria, Turkish news media reported that a new draft law was awaiting approval by parliament. The law will allow for further amnesties to be issued for recent development projects. Geologist Silol Songa said earlier this year that it was a crime to issue construction amnesties in a country on fault lines, since a deadly earthquake hit the western province of Izmir in 2020. A BBC Turkey report found as many as 672,000 buildings in Izmir benefited from the latest amnesty. The report quoted the Ministry of Environment and Urbanization as stating that in 2018, more than 50% of the buildings in Turkey Nearly 13 million buildings were built in violation of construction standards. We have contacted the Ministry of Environment and Urbanization for comment on building standards in Turkey following the latest earthquake, which said none of the buildings constructed by our administration have collapsed. Damage assessment studies are underway rapidly on the ground.
Aman yarabbi aman.
Hayır.
Yaklaşayım gözünüzü seveyim.
Gitme ben yürüyeyim.
Yine sallanak. Hala devam ediyor. Gitme sallanıyor abi